My childhood, Sungare, in a sharp, Mare, in a body upstairs is a bar, like, it was not perfect. Let me just say it was not perfect, because now, first of all, I'm one of the buyer can see Zanzi, tailoring due to this number time absent father figures. So my mom le makolo ka sithu emana I respect but babu me nabanani like gotta give thanks to them, and they made it a little bit easier. Yeah, emana wazi I'm fit to go out, especially for someone in but it becomes a problem if you tell that I go banaba until 2 and 8-year-old the man and 2 they challenge like upbringing and shit again. So yeah, other challenges like whatever for the family. I'm not read out plus Namfit I can't say I was poor and a lot of things still on the afford. I didn't afford those things on top. So I can say that as well when I need a challenge. But 2019 26th of September. Still in Kila Bahaga in listening man. Like I remember those weeks. Before that day, it's been 2 weeks. This guy is selling crystal meth. Like now, if you take you in the town, did you go into I smoked weed before those guys did. Guy came back only to find out, fuck, these niggas are not only smoking weed, they smoking this drug, meth. Okay, so when I'm going to say killer psychology, so it's 2019. Hello, I'm not very before that, like I hate the maybe it's because of the looks and shit. But Baba like everyone, I remember there's this guy named Meth. He would come to me with like 4 bags of this shit, telling me, I know you smoke. Until him shit up, bro, I don't smoke this shit. Babo. Okay, fine. 2019, I remember this day. It was my birthday, and I was bored as fuck. Like, it's not expensive too, and then kid our fix like shit, like usual, babo. This guy comes here and says, don't you have a steady? Honestly, steady, we call it a steady. Yeah. In general, steady. But he's a friend of mine. So we would like, I would let him smoke, cap into tie or not. So not very fit to go to even touch you guys. So like I've always been curious. So the people are like this drag, but maybe like in amuse about like I really wanted to get that feeling. I really wanted to know like what are they doing? Like what do you get from this drug? Because I've smoked weed, solo ya sharp or like yeah, it was high. When I was high, like I would think until now I'm a person who likes to think. So I heard stories like brain cells tsa bona like brain capacity ya batho ba is more than the usual rate. Like, what the fuck? That sounded cool to me. So yeah, it's this day, the 26th of September is my birthday. Mom hasn't called, no one said happy birthday to me. Fuck that, until I'm bored. And this guy comes and said, soon like when I started smoking this thing, there was a fucking gram in front of me, like being a binky of weed full of stones, crystal meth, like yo. The temptation was like yo, irresistible. Like for someone is that curious, it got you like that and shit. And I'm like, bruh, I wanna taste this shit. And then this guy says, are you sure? I can't say such now. I don't blame anyone. And shit. It was me, like it was all me. Until like that guy is just someone who was there my first time running to Badeli. Okay, fine, and then he said, are you sure? I'm just sure, but and then he gives me, he shows me how we do to smoke it with a pipe. We call it the lobster. Yeah, he had that lobster of his, and then he shows me the first time he helped me smoke, obviously, and then I'm a quick learner, so just the first time in a okay, Buituga and shit. And I gotta admit, like, it felt good the first time. Like, I was thinking, I'm a rapper, so I remember that day, like, I wrote about 6 songs, of which I always write about a song each day. So I understand that like, for me, in guy has some sort of, like, to be honest, I felt like I had superpowers. So yeah, the first day was kind of cool. Like, it was cool. That day I was the most talkative. I was happy. Like, I felt, oh yeah, you know what? It's my fucking birthday. It was just a bag of death. So yeah, that was the first time I smoked crystal meth. Oh shit. At the time life, like, I gotta say, it was bad, man. But it was experience, because now here's the thing. Smoked this shit for the first time and I was like, okay, so this drug is like this. People who smoke it in my neighborhood, I like this. And I told myself, nah man, this shit you can control. Like, you can control this drug. Like, what the fuck? It's just a drug. I'm the one who's smoking the drug. So it doesn't smoke me, so I'm the one who controls whatever I do when I'm high. Unfortunately, it was not like that. It appeared so. Why am I saying this? The first like 2 to 6 months, like, it felt good, like smoking. Like, I was like, Nindigi Kitsu Wabo. Like before Kituba. But then the problem was that amateur state, like, this shit is so obsessive. Amateur mode, like, you don't think about this thing when you don't have money. But immediately someone comes to you and say, yo bro, I have this, or we can do this in order for us to get this. Like, your mind automatically, like, yo, Obada. Automatically, like, you can't resist the feeling. I don't know what happens, but then how we get in obsession. So yeah, the first stages, like, how about we born? Next, like, when you get to a home, you get to a room full of girls, but you be focusing on that. You be like eyes, mentality and everything on the pot, like, yo, it's bad. So yeah, those were the first stages. And then as you get to it's no longer hasamatisam to now umatisiti the ranks. Like, this thing is a game. Only the ranks in like, you mama is a smoker, you, that guy will get to your house, I'll see him. Like, after those stages, Miss Sabo Amecha, until now I'm talking 7 months to a year. Now like you are in the game until so yeah, like you lead out to a whole, but then also pick a vision given to an hour maticity so to get out and then yakabatana lady wish it matter lady because now we can tell everybody in like Kasia Wabo, people will start to have beef with you because I get it off about number one. And then also number one, I know you don't tell me about number one. You won't tell mama or son and whatever. Until what does that cause? I mean like it increase the chances of Gakabate, hence we shame manja apaya at one crystal net. Hasasha Jua Okabu, like most of them, people to you like negative energy. Like I used to tell my friends, like the way we do bad lady, you can tell like activity or it's something spiritual, like you inviting spirits. So imagine what kind of negative energy you don't give why invite the hundreds of usual. So experience it's painful, I will share because now it will figure after that stage your matisama banta and stuff, it will figure to an extent man also kabate. So yeah, like it got its ways out with the moon need you like come on to it shows you randomly tuna kema. It does that. Wow. So yeah, we think a man in game, but about it like Babo now this guy has changed. Wow, like first of all appearance, yeah, like they fuck up appearance, like even girls, like you know, like even girls, a lot of girls, but they do meth, and you can tell like from just appearance, they didn't answer to each in routine as a person. Let's say hot man laga every day. This guy also a 10 or to bangauza we are shipping the babo to waja and then connect with and then Otobona and I'm tuna man. Maybe let's see Hasa to Otobona, I'm tuna man for the past 2 weeks. He won't tell you again 5 o'clock. How do we do that, man? He's gone. Like it does that. Until we have relationship you own and Leona never to back. Because now you become aggressive. And when I only jump, but like when you high on this, you take things too serious. Like and you don't realize that while you're on the block. So it becomes a problem because now it leader to things like that. Like you feel alone and estrange yourself from the society. It does that. Like and then Mafrika sleeping son said to him, everyone knows now this guy is body drugs. One to like create and less chances for you to get income. But it's a like you know what, I got this thing. Give example. You know what, I got this thing. Like I smoke meth doesn't smoke me. How do you feel to that an extent? In Java, Shiva. They didn't know but like it's the only drug in a little bit of this fun. So that only count for something. It tells you something about this drug or this one skabapala. Guess what? I'm gonna get 26 in your like taking things like things that are not yours. One tola otokala simple country but one and then yeah like otogina feel to like you it becomes plus you don't work for someone who doesn't work or school nothing is happening like however feel to like struggle is massive but like struggle is there, it's real, people are struggling out there. For someone like me, I'm on a spender about 5 days, the whole week. You never had 10 rands or a simple 5 rand or just 1 coin. That's a fucking problem. Shit. So it becomes a problem for moments like that. Dietsale eloreng hana nix o nkile ntho tse patuweng o tlo etsang ha se mo o tsenang o nka le ntho tse bonahalang or like and ba tseba o need to find out ka tlo ikwena fela mothatsi ba tseba ba this guy is the problem in the house until o tlo etsang o iketsetsa bo madimabe le wena until so it leads to that stage o bo fitle stage sa nselong like nna go la le bula diputsa but ba baya ba dile le street kids like what's their problem but ba bona ba rate or witsalang no things like that but talking about tebela ba bona motsadi a tlo thabela ngwana hae as I'm seeing it and stuff o fitla man mo ba khathala like le mo how au jitse like in rehab I was told the story mama o sa tsang jitsa story sa mama someone died I see high like that guy was sick adula manjeng one day he became real sick that niggas no longer knew what to do with him I'm khutsetsa habo ha ba fitla la ba go kota mnyako magriza bana ba jitsa ga motho o khutlela nna motswa you know what happened with this guy magriza qeta kwa la mnyako manja ala misa ka crutching ya crutching ilo rinking yanela this guy is sick he's in a wheelchair he can't do anything by himself bamsika la manipula ka lemnela like the whole fucking night ho bata aporela kada magriza ya had to sing this guy o shuletse ka mo like some of the stories we hear on rehab on tour. So the version inside is still like they didn't like like it's a game, like I said, in all this stage, and with every stage of another mood like thing, and a pellet it has taught me kill food the tronco, nothing else. And so not like my whole experience with this. I think I've been lucky because now get rehab and shit, like start my new life, turn it over. So now that was my experience with this thing. To be honest, like I did a lot. The worst for me gotta be this day. Vale Prayaga. And then we go banana this kid or something like it was Kasiaga Kishatio, it's a path so it's a Mashatio Riakasiaga and Tony it's Kasiaga, he's going to that Kasi and then distance I think and then my nigga decided to search Donina. I covered you and they recovered you. So Riakai Kasiaka and Kani. Elo Nama Kisaga Udula, only to find out on Donny Kintona Kasiama Kisak. So I went there, Kasi, and then saw cars in my crib. Babu, Kutu, obviously, like what's going on. I know what I did. Elo Donny knew into the still. I could get a guy sick of I go to get a hype see that day. My mom was so angry, like on our deal. I see them boots are like, but wait a strike and I know what you did. Check on a guy, oh, the little phone, the phone you shit. Come in, Jalo, telling Kisema Grisa Moon, phone anything. I remember that day switching like that's the worst. Like switching now my Managila visa, my Grisa like it's a and she didn't know where she was going. Guess what? I didn't know where we was going as well. Cause I knew I can't take him more sitting phone. And when I get for about 3 hours up until she came to realize, oh no, this guy is not taking me anywhere. I remember it was raining that night. Starting in the middle of the street. Telling me the things I've been doing. Like 2 weeks, still shuffling and all like everything. She looked at me in the eyes, crying, and said to me, "Wena, Osatani." Like yo, that for me like was the worst. Like yo, the worst thing that Crystal made me do is pushing my mom to an extent that for me does it. Like you're not too long game I'm most not proud of about Crystal, man. So the thing is, she found out already. And ever since she found out, like she tried being there for me, and shit, and she saw this guy in Fitu is not quitting. So ever since I realized already, didn't going forward, I'm gonna send this a sharp up until like she broke up with me. She didn't say I'm breaking up with you because of Crystal, man, but I could tell already this thing is part of the breakup because none one of it has been through thick and thin, like 5 fucking years together, like we've known each other from childhood and we've had a lot of problems problems that I think are bigger than Crystal Meth, but I guess I thought wrong because it took Meth and I also lost my dignity. Now honestly there were some things so that Watswana mentality it dignity it does that. Even though when I only born only to find out later how Sulubum Tashaban life through a naked eye through mentality isn't under the influence of any drug. You can see fuck, my dignity is like falling if I can say it. Gangsterism and drugs. I didn't stay between the associated because first of all, drugs they are and most of these humanitarians and the drugs would share like they gotta have a crew until most of them like they have people but mama. There's this guy, for example, somewhere in my hood. Like this guy, some marketplace in as a friend, of course. This guy marketplace in who do not about. That man is like mama for anything until when things go south, I call who and who to help. So those people like they form a gang because now so automatically it becomes a gang. So I'm like the drugs and fit like they've got a lot of gangsterism inside it. Most of the people but when the drugs, most of the people but the drugs, they are gangs. Gang is kind of simple. Just a group of 2 niggas, 3 to 4 niggas but when Crystal Meth. But and they decide the next morning or when I get it clear. I get the idea if another car. One of the things you got on already. You fuck like literal fear. Fear becomes a stranger to you when you hire this thing. I'm a very shy person. But I would go out in the street in about 2 o'clock. So one told kinana majita ga hi one tola so sibla bona majita ko pan like ha go pane ka kelelo tse tshwanang. We've all got ideas in our heads. One told o botsala go mamang o re tshabang or mamang o gutlang ka yena like he got criminal mentalities. One told obviously over time o tlo ikenya go bona kaofela ntho one told. So I can like safely say a lot of gangs because of the gang members, ditsuba di-drugs. So gangsterism and drugs, they are like it's like a disease and a virus. To be honest, like that woman was there for me. Honey, like like I couldn't understand what is it like she sees in me. Because now my like when everyone is against me for hating her, and she be like, no, let's talk to this guy. Probably this guy has a reason for what he did. So and my nigga, like I have this friend, student nothing to Meth. Like it's at my like but bali to are just people back and then my friends were not Meth smokers. So my best friend is someone in Orange. Lena lang guys supporting me by like you the man is to still like a floppy and when he has to cover for me, he would do that, knowing whatever I did, he was not there until but there's no one day I can when I'm feeling to like you bad company for me. Yeah, so like things like that, it's not in them points of for that, like I've got a lot to change for and I've got a lot to lose if I don't change as well. So that for me ilanga motivation or fuck. I'm gonna do this for me, I'm gonna do this for them as well. So let's support Ibalangayo now. Like when I told them, okay, now I smoke, my problem is this thing in so Balanga supported by which led to me deciding I'm gonna take a step and change for me and for them. I'm on a super life is good, like I'm not fit like to have a clear mind again. Like I'm gonna get into like cut it differently. Like when I was smoking, I didn't feel like I was growing up. Like now I see some growth I'm on a super life like I'm always happy now, communicate with like now when I was smoking and like not just me. This thing in Crystal Meth, like I said before, it is you make yourself a stranger to the community and before the community to the people you're living with. So ever since I've been sober, like I can just sit with my granddad. Like a person in ranking when I was smoking meth, he was my number one enemy. Like I can sit with that guy and listen to his jokes that are not funny, laugh at them the whole day. Like I can do that now. So like sober life has been sensational. Like I don't know, it's like a drug on its own. Until like I wanna drug sky living a sober life. Funny speaking, like I learned a lot too. Like I learned like to everything. To sum up everything I learned from that in one word, I'd say survival. Like I learned a lot of survival. Like survival that I can use even later in a stage of life. I learned struggle as well. And I also learned what not to do, like mistakes. And I also learned a lot of information to teach my kids and the young ones. So yeah. I eat a lot of snacks. Serious, it helps. Like I eat a lot of snacks. Sometimes I drink beer when like I feel like I'm being a little excited, drink some beer, chill with friends. Like I chill with friends, real friends. Remember I told you that my friends don't smoke meth. People that I used to smoke meth with, you can call them my associates. So less of spending time with associates, more time spending with friends on Twitter. So that has been helping with me not relapsing and so, because now it's been some time, like I don't know if it's safe to say I'm fully recovered, but recovered I am, like, yeah. And so, man, whoever you are, wherever you are, whoever your name is, learn what you are doing, like study that drug, like study it, research about it, learn what it does to you, know everything about it, and trust me, you'll know what you're doing is dangerous. Like, it's an enemy of your future, until it's there to make sure your future doesn't happen. So what I advise you with is know more about what you're doing, know what you're putting yourself in. Like, about this thing is like this, do your own research, like do you. And so whoever you are, wherever you are, just do you. Learn more about what you think you want to do. Until the consequences, the hazards, everything, cautious information about what you're doing, like learn it from a philosophical and more spiritual point of view, like every point of view, every aspect of, just learn what you're doing before you do it. If you've done it, you're doing it, learn it. Still, know what you're doing. Because trust me, there are a lot of things that they don't tell you when they give you meth and say smoke.